Hello and welcome to another The Phone Update video. This is the third episode of my Game Boys Rock series, and we're going to be reviewing the Game Boy Color. Mine is in yellow and it was released in 1998. Now the Game Boy Color was a major improvement for Nintendo's Game Boy, as for the first time, as the name suggests, it brought out color graphics. However, this wasn't all fun and games, no pun intended, because the screen was not backlit and it's quite hard to see unless you've got considerable light, as you can see even on the camera there. Now, as I said in other videos, it's not the thinnest Game Boy out there, but it's still reasonably thin. It can play both original Game Boy games and Game Boy Color games, such as this one. And cool thing to note is when you're playing an original Game Boy game, it actually adds its own little colour palette on the Game Boy, so, you know, makes it a bit more interesting to play old games on the system. Another downside to the Game Boy is its screen. Now, if you haven't already noticed, the screen is considerably smaller than that of the older Game Boys. Bear with me a second. For example, on the Game Boy Pocket, you can see that the screen is slightly smaller. Now this wasn't too much of a problem, as it's still a reasonably sized screen for a device of its kind, but it would have been nice to have a bigger screen. Hardware wise, it's pretty much the same as the original. Same kind of sound, similar graphics, only in colour. New to the series was the infrared port, which allowed wireless, playing instead of having to have a cable all the time. Although you still do have the option of plugging a cable in. You also have a volume control, but no contrast controls. Here's the power switch, where it normally is on the top. As you can see, I'm playing Tetris. Mine has a damaged speaker, you'll have to bear with me for this. As you can see, this is an original Game Boy game, and it's displaying it in colour. And go into the actual game itself, so you can see it's added its own little colour palette, which is a nice touch. All in all, there's a speaker. All in all, I think the Game Boy Color was a good console, but nowhere near Nintendo's best Game Boy. It was nice for once to have colour in your pocket on your Game Boy, but I still think they could have improved it by adding a slightly larger screen and maybe making it a little thinner, even for 1998. Anyway, thank you for watching this phone update video, and as always, don't forget, you're playing with power. Thanks for watching.